So let's start by building the YouTube Deep Research Agent. For this build, we'll be requiring n8n, the YouTube Data API v3, and Airtable to store our results. So let's go to the first step. So here on n8n, I have a fresh new workflow. I'm going to rename it to YouTube Deep Research Agent. The first step will be to add a trigger node. For this build, we'll be using a chat trigger. So we can enter our keyword for which we want the data. So we can research on that keyword and get the best videos. Now click on the plus button and search for YouTube node. And in these, go down below and search for the video actions and click on Get Mini Videos. This node will be used to retrieve video information from YouTube about the keyword you search. Now the first step you have to do is to set up credentials. So here you need the client ID and the client secret. To obtain this, go to a new tab, then search Google Cloud. Now you have this first link, click on this and head to console. Now we're in Google Cloud Platform. The next step would be to head to API and services and click on credentials. Then click on create credentials and choose the OAuth client ID. Then I'll choose web application in the application type and just name it YT agent. Then leave this authorized JavaScript origins blank. But for this authorized redirect URIs, click on add URI and head back to n8n and copy this OAuth redirect. And then click on create. Now you have your own OAuth client configured. Copy this client ID. Then copy this client secret. Then click on sign in with Google. Click on sign in with Google. Here you can see it's asking for me to sign into my newly created OAuth client, and I'm going to use my Gmail ID to sign in. Then it says the Google hasn't verified this app because we haven't completed the verification process. We're just going to use it on our own. So I'm just going to click advanced and click on go to torianai.me. Then it's going to ask you for some permissions. I've already given it the permissions, so I'm going to click continue. Now you can see the connection is successful. Now we have successfully connected our YouTube account and in general the API to our n8n client. Now we have the credentials ready and we're going to search for YouTube. Now we have the credentials ready and the research we're going to look up is videos and we need to get many videos, and I'm going to, just so that we don't exhaust our limit as we're building the agent, I'm just going to select this to 10. Now the next step would be to add a filter here and I'm going to do published after. So, and here I'm going to select, now I'm going to head to the community and I'm going to copy this code. You can pause the video and take the screenshot. Then I'm going to come here and click on expression and then I'm going to paste the code. So what this code is going to do is it's not going to give us the videos published 7 days before. So we don't get the videos like year before, 2 years before, which were trending a while. We just need the new videos so we can look what's working right now. Now the next step would be to add another option. It will be a query this time. And for this query, we're going to retrieve it from this chat box. So first save the automation and then click on open chat. And I'm going to enter n8n automations. Then this chat is run. And here you can see, okay, so this gave us some random videos because we didn't configure the query yet. So I'm going to copy this chat input in the query section. And then I'm going to run this step. And now you can see it has given us 10 inputs. And you can see here we have got the YouTube videos, the only 12 n8n automations you need. So we have 10 such results. So now we have the YouTube videos. The next step in the automation will be to get the information about those YouTube videos. And for that, we'll be using the YouTube API. So So click on the plus button and search for the HTTP node. So now I'm going to head to the Google Cloud Platforms. And now click on Enable API and Services. Then I'm going to search for YouTube. Here you can see I've got the YouTube Data API v3. Now I'm going to click on Manage. I already have it enabled, so it's going to show me Disable API. But if it wasn't enabled for me, it's going to show Enable here. I'm going to click it to enable. Now the next step would be to go to Credentials and create an API here. So for that, click on Create Credentials and API Key. So now you can see I have my API key here. So I'm going to copy this. So let's configure the HTTP node. First, I'm going to rename it to Fetch Video Information. Now I'm going to be using a GET request, and you can see the YouTube documentation for it. Now the next step would be to add the URL. I've already copied the URL here, but this is a common URL. The Google API is YouTube v3 videos. And for the authentication, I'm going to leave it to none. Now I'm going to turn on the send query parameters, and I'm going to select using fields below. The first name would be key, and I would be copying this API key and paste it there. The next parameter will be what exact information do we need about the videos. So I've also made it easy for you guys, so you can just copy this, take a screenshot, and I'm going to select part, and I'm going to put it here. Then this is all the information we need. We need the content details, snippet, and the stats. I'm going to paste it here. And now I'll add the third parameter, which will be the ID, and this will be the video ID. So for which video are we seeking these information for? Now we have it configured. I'm going to run this step. Now you can see our information has been fetched from the YouTube API, and we have all the information about it, the likes, tags, description. And now you can see our node has finished running, and we have all the information about the YouTube video. Where exactly is the thumbnail stored? We also have the URL, and we have the tags. We have the statistics about the like, comments. Now using this node, we got the videos, and using this node, we fetch the information about those videos. The next would be to add a code node, so we can filter out which videos are good for us. Once for all items, and in the code, I have put the code here for you guys, so you can copy it, take a screenshot. I'm gonna zoom out. So what this code does is it's gonna take the views, likes, and comments from the fetched information, and it's gonna calculate some ratios. One is a like ratio, which is likes by views, and the other is the comment ratio, which is comments by views. So the higher they are, the better the video is performing because the engagement is higher. So people are engaging more with the videos, so we can get those video ideas, and we can make them ourselves as well. So we can get those video ideas, and we can take some inspiration and make our videos better. Now I'll copy this code, and I'm going to paste it here. And I'm going to run this step. And now you can see I have the information here. I'm going to collapse it. I have the YouTube video title. I have the YouTube video URL, the like ratio, and the comment ratio. Now the next step would be to add a if node. So we can route items which have good statistics to the true side and the bad ones to the false, so we don't need that. So I made a change in the code. What I actually did was also add a views here. So I can pass it to this if node. So now the first value that we're going to compare is the like ratio. And we're going to change it to number is greater than. If the like ratio is greater than 5, it's a good option for us. Now the next condition would be including the comment ratio. If the comment ratio is above is greater than 0.2, it's a good video for us. And the third condition would be the views count. If the views are more than 1,000, that would be a good condition for us. And now I'm going to run it. And let's see. So now it's giving us one item, but we enter 10. So let's debug it. So it just gave us one item. And even here, it gave us just one item. So, okay, so it's running once for all items. We want to run it once for each item. And now if we run it, you're going to see we have 10. We have calculated the like, view, comment ratio for each of them. And now I'm going to run this command. And here you can see the 8 are false, but the 2 are true. So the 2 videos which we have been true are the best performing videos in the last few days. Okay. So now this automation is working. So the next step would be to remove the duplicates. Sometimes this automation have a habit of fetching videos which are the same. So we don't want that. So I'm going to add a duplicate node and search for remove duplicates. And I'm going to search the remove items repeated within current input and compare all fields to it. And you can see none of our 2 inputs were repeated. So I'm going to put it here. Now in this automation, next we will verify if the videos we got are in English. And if we want the videos in some other language, for example, you're targeting niche markets, you can actually go here and put in different filters. For example, you have this region code here, which you can use to target a specific country. I just want it in English, so I'm just gonna add a basic chain LLM, and I'm gonna connect the open router. And this time I'm gonna select the DeepSeek free because we just want to run it, or maybe DeepSeek chat. And then, so now let's configure this basic LLM chain. So in the prompt message, I'm gonna enter the title. So it knows the title and it can say which language it's in. And in this message, I'm going to put a user prompt and the message would be copied from here. And you can see that it's just going to tell us yes or no. And let's run it. And it has yes for both of them. So both of the videos are in English. Now we have our videos ready. So the next step would be to filter this input. So if this text is equal to yes, we can let it go through. And if it's not, we can stop it. For example, it's in Spanish, then it's going to return no, and we won't let it go through. We have our videos ready. The next step would be to create a record in the Airtable. So I have this Airtable personal access token. I can also show you how you can do this. So click on Google and search for Airtable. Then go here. Then I'm going to click on this icon, which is the user icon, then select Builders Hub. And here you can create the personal access token. As you can see, I'm going to click on create token and I'm just going to name it YT agent. And I'm going to add the scope. So for example, it can read records, create bases, write bases. I'm just going to select this and I'm going to select read schema bases as well. And then I think that would be all. And then I'm going to select add a base and like, I'm just going to select all resources. And then I'm going to create the token. Now I have this token ready. So I can just go back here and create credentials and put this token here. And you can see it's going to verify that it's working. So now I'll go and create a new base. I can go to the main page, and then I'm gonna make a base called base from scratch. Select the word space. I'm gonna select Dorian AI, and I'm gonna name it YT agent. And then, so let's see what exactly we need. We need to create a record. Okay. So each of these tables or this small database is called the base, and the records are the one which go inside this. For example, 1, 2, 3. That's like the Airtable language, how they name their things. So the operation would be to create, and I'm gonna select the base. So it's gonna search for all the bases, and I just made the YouTube agent, and then table. It probably will have only one, so table one, because I just have one table here. If I made more, it's gonna show more. Now the next would be map each of them. And also, I think I should do this. I'm gonna call this video named and like ratio, comment ratio, and view count. And that's all the information we need. Video URL. And you should also change these types. For example, we're entering a URL, so I'm gonna select URL here. And views would be a single line text. Comment ratio will be a number. And I'm going to select number here. Then I'm going to select the like ratio, the number as well. Okay, so we have it configured. So let's go to Airtable, and then what I'll do is reselect it. So if refetches the information, oh, you have this button here. I'm just going to click it. And now you can see it shows us video name, like ratio, comment ratio, view, and video URL. And now we can map each of these information here. So the video name would be this. YouTube URL would be this. And like ratio would go here. Comment ratio would go here. And the views would go here. And we have it ready. So now I'm just going to test it. And it says, perhaps check your credentials. Okay. Invalid permissions. So what this means is that everything is fine except we didn't do the scopes right. So let's go to Builders Hub again and click on YT agent. And let's see the scope. I'll just add a base. So I'm going to add this base here and schema, data records right, schema right. And I think that's all. So let's go back and test the step. I added the base specifically. Okay, so now let's run it again. And now the node is executing, and you can see your request is invalid. And let's see the details. Field view cannot accept the provided value. Consider using typecast option. So let's see what exactly are we doing. In the field value, we're using this, and you can see it's a number. The hash means a number. And let's go back to our okay. And the view is a single line text here. So we need to put it as a number. And now we change it, and let's see, let's run our node again. And now you can see we have successfully entered these records in Airtable. So let's go and check it. Here you can see we have the video name, like ratio, comment ratio, view, and the video URL. But why is it not at number 1? Let's see. So We're mapping each of these automatically. Let's try to enter these again. And let's go and see. Okay. So these might be from the previous failed records when it enters something, but it didn't go completely through. So we're just gonna remove these. Or maybe we can just move these four above. How can we do that? There you go. Now we have the information here. Our agent build is complete. And now we can save this to ensure nothing is lost.